What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for clicking on this video today. If y'all new to the channel, like the content, please make sure to like, subscribe, like always. It'll be very much appreciated. But today, you gotta talk about some boxing. But before you even do that, I gotta talk about why I've been gone for a little bit. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I don't make full YouTube videos, but I like to keep up with shorts. I make shorts almost every day and stuff like that. But I haven't done it in like a week. But just to let y'all know, I've been gone. I haven't been in my setup, or I don't even know if this is called a setup. But yeah, I haven't even been in my setup. You know, I've been out of state and everything like that. But I just came back home today, or actually last night. So now I'm here to make a video and everything like that. But now, so my shorts will be coming up now. And I mean, let's make a YouTube video because something happened this weekend. We had Crawford fighting. So we got a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and do it. Man, this is actually crazy. I don't even remember the last time I made an actual YouTube video. Like I said, I've been with the shorts and stuff like that. If y'all want to stay tuned on that and keep watching the shorts, bro, because my shorts been popping off just a little bit, you know what I mean? And yeah, y'all been showing me some love, so I appreciate that like always. But in terms of what happened this past weekend, bro, let me tell y'all. First and foremost, I was already gonna watch the fight, you know what I mean? Terrence Crawford, I wanted to see this fight, right? But then they were promoting it like they were saying this is the biggest fight card of all time. And now I'm looking at that like, yo, wow, what's going on? Why are they saying it to this card, right? You know what I mean? Because if you look back at the old days, there was times back then where Julio Cesar Chavez would fight on the same fight card as Mike Tyson. Like, first of all, that's just ridiculous, right? If you really think about it, that's ridiculous. So I'm looking at the promotion. They're saying this is the best fight card of all time. I'm like, okay, hold on, there's got to be something crazy, right? I look at the actual fight card, and you know what? I'm like, yo, this is definitely the biggest fight card of the year, and this is actually a really good fight card. You know what I mean? Big Baby fighting in the card. Andy Ruiz coming back. You know, after like 2 years, he's fighting in the card. At Ryo versus Cruz, bro, Pitbull Cruz. That fight could have been a main event to any other card, right? And then obviously you have Terrence Crawford versus Madrimov. So let's go ahead and go through some of the fights. I'm gonna talk about some a lot longer than other ones, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and start with the Jared Ennis fight. Let me tell you, the guy he fought, who is that guy, bro? Who is that guy, right? Because obviously I'm watching the fight, and the big favorite is Jared Ennis because he is a prodigy. You know, he's in the same camp as Shakur and everything like that, and he's a good heavyweight fighter, right? But this was a big step. Arbacole, let me tell you, he came to fight, bro. Even off the first round, dude, he was hurting Jared Ennis, right? I think it was the first or second round he dropped him. I don't know, but let me tell you, his uppercuts are lethal, deadly. You can call it whatever. His uppercuts are super dangerous, bro. Especially for a heavyweight. The pace, it's so sneaky too because he's not dipping nothing to go under. He's just right here and just hitting him with the uppercuts. Bro, let me tell you, them uppercuts were dangerous, and you could tell they hurt Jared Ennis bad because that's how he got knocked down. I think the second time, and I saw the replay, bro. I might even show y'all, bro, but the replay, bro's neck went, bro, his chin, because he's looking down here, his chin was looking up to the sky, bro. I don't know how he got up from that, because, dude, nah, there's just no way, bro. There's just no way. Then I know that hurt him bad, and obviously after that, he got up, but he was too hurt. He couldn't continue, and they stopped the fight. Let me tell y'all, the heavyweight division got to watch out for him. I know this is like my first time seeing him fight, and I might look at some highlights, but, dude, he is a quick heavyweight, bro. And he's big, he's strong, bro. Technique is great. Power, I can't even talk about the power, but yeah, they gotta watch out for him because this dude is legit. But I think they just gave this fight to Jared Anderson a little too early. This dude is, I think, early 20s, you know what I mean? He's still in the come up, but I don't think anybody expected this to happen. But he's gonna come back, obviously. Don't ever judge anybody by their losses, and I'm gonna tell you more about that in a little bit. But yeah, don't judge people by their losses because there's been great comebacks, you know what I mean? So Anderson just got to keep working, and he'll be back on top. Then we had Andy Ruiz's fight, and if y'all don't know who Andy Ruiz is, he is the first Mexican heavyweight fighter to win a belt in boxing, right? And not even a belt. He won multiple belts, right? By beating Anthony Joshua and everything like that. So that was a great moment. I remember watching that. I didn't even watch that fight, but I remember that fight completely, and it was big. It was big in Mexico, you know what I mean? Because this is the first time a heavyweight boxer from Mexico won a belt. But then he had all that, and then he gave it away because they fought again. Rematch, Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. He came in the heaviest he's ever been, bro, and he lost the fight. You know what I mean? So ever since that moment, he really hasn't been the same. He had like a 2-year layoff and he's coming back. And honestly, the fight was pretty entertaining, but it wasn't that entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. There wasn't anything crazy, no highlights in the fight. You know what I mean? But a main reason why, and Andy Ruiz showed it after the fight, was that dude broke his hand like in the 5th round, and that's when you could tell. People were saying, "Oh, he's getting tired. He's getting tired." Nah, he wasn't getting tired, bro. His bone was sticking out of his hand when he showed us. So that's probably why, you know, the fight was a little slower and everything like that, and he wasn't throwing too many punches. But they ended off with a draw. You know what I mean? I would say it was a draw. You know, maybe the other guy won, but Andy Ruiz just didn't look that good. You know what I mean? So obviously his hand was broken. But then boom, straight to the co-main event. We had Rao versus Pitbull Cruz. Let me tell you, like I said, this fight could have been a main event on another card, but they put in the co-main event. And I knew this fight was going to deliver. 2 Mexican boxers. It always delivers, right? It has to deliver. And it was a good fight. I really liked it. It was basically a brawler versus a boxer type of fight. You know what I mean? And Rao came with a game plan, and he definitely succeeded it. I thought Pitbull Cruz was going to win this fight. Just thought because Rao, if y'all don't know Rao, he got knocked out before and everything like that. So I'm like, he's been hurt before. Pitbull Cruz is a different monster. This guy has power, and he has that brawler type of mentality on him. So I thought Pitbull Cruz was going to take him out, right? But let me tell you, like I said, don't judge people off of their losses, because this dude had a great comeback, bro. And he had a great game plan to just box him. You know what I mean? Don't stay in there too long. Keep moving your feet and everything like that. And he won this fight. And it was a great performance by him. You know what I mean? Ryo had a great game plan, great boxing. Obviously you're gonna get hit. You know what I'm saying? But he took it to the chin and he kept going. He didn't look like he was ever hurt in the fight, and just boxing very well. You could tell Pitbull Cruz was trying. You know what I'm saying? He's a champion. He really needed to win this fight. He really wanted to win this fight. But Rao, just saying again, great performance by him. Having Robert Garcia in your corner, you just know you're gonna have a great performance, and that's exactly what he did, right? Now Rao's the champion. I think it's 135 or is it 140? 140, I believe. Yeah, because he fought Rolly Romero. So yeah, he's a champion now at 140, and I mean, who can he fight now? Now he's in the division now. This is his first fight, and he's looking good. So we'll see who he fights next. Maybe like a Teofimo or I don't know, Tank. We'll see. We'll see what he does. But yeah, Ryle's definitely in that conversation of another great fighter in that division. So people gotta watch out for him too. Terrence Crawford versus Madrimov. First of all, Terrence Crawford was a huge favorite in this fight. But it's because a lot of people didn't know who Madrimov was. You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn definitely knew about Madrimov because that's his fighter. So he had a lot of faith that he could be the guy to dethrone or to beat Terrence Crawford and everything like that. But a lot of people didn't know who he was, so obviously they're going to favorite the bigger fighter, right? But let me tell you, I knew this guy Madrimov is very dangerous. The way he fights, he was in the camp. They were talking about in the commentators. He was in the camp with Bivol when Bivol was going to fight Canelo. And I could definitely tell, not their styles, but like the way they kind of fight is kind of similar. You know what I mean? But yeah, this dude had power, and he is naturally that weight. Terrence Crawford was coming up into, I think, yeah, it was 154. Terrence Crawford was moving up to 154. And there's a lot of questions is this guy going to still have that same punching power? Is his speed going to be there? Is this guy going to be able to hurt Madrimov? Now, for my prediction, I thought Terrence Crawford was going to win this fight. And honestly, I thought he was going to knock Madrimov out. Maybe like in the later rounds. But Madrimov said none of that, right? He came in there with a good game plan, like I said. And the whole fight, bro, did not stand still once. He was putting the pressure, head movement, everything like that, and going for those overhands and everything like that. And he caught Crawford with some good punches. I'm not gonna lie, he caught Crawford with some good punches. You know what I mean? But Crawford he has more in his arsenal. You know what I mean? He's such a versatile fighter. He can switch stances. He can counterpunch you. He can be on the front foot and everything like that. So Crawford, to me, just had a lot more, you know what I mean, in his arsenal, like I said. So he was able to control the fight a little bit more, I think. And for me, I think it was a close fight. But Shawn Porter, who was one of the commentators in the fight, he was bugging a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, he was bugging. If y'all don't know who Shawn Porter is, he was also a fighter. Shawn Porter fought Terrence Crawford at one point and lost to him, everything like that. But you can tell he's cool with Terrence Crawford, you know, and he understands how good Terrence Crawford is. So you could see his bias coming in a little bit because his scorecard was ridiculous. This dude basically, I'm just going to say he said that it wasn't a close fight at all. Terrence Crawford was controlling the whole fight. But I didn't think it was like that. You know what I mean? It was definitely, it started off very close. And then Madrimov has some good rounds and everything like that, right? Great punches connected and everything like that. So I thought it was close the whole time. But it was like the last 3 rounds, especially that last 2, that I thought Terrence Crawford won this fight, right? But it was pretty close. But yeah, I always thought Terrence Crawford won the fight. And they gave it to him. So no robbery for me, nothing like that. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of questions. And the big old story is, should they still make this Canelo versus Terrence Crawford fight? Now, honestly, from the names, this fight could be one of the biggest fights in boxing in this decade, right? Terrence Crawford and Canelo in the ring together, that's going to make so much money and everything like that. But is this really a good fight to make? Honestly, I always thought no. But I'm really happy to see that people are seeing that it's not going to be a good fight. Because I'm telling y'all, there's weight classes for a reason. Canelo is too big for Terrence Crawford, I think. You know what I mean? I feel like Terrence Crawford walks around at 168. But freaking, that's the weight that Canelo cuts down to. So I don't know if it'll work out. You know what I mean? And some people are just, I don't know, man. Some people are just like, oh, that they should never make that fight because Canelo is a better fighter. I don't know about all that. I think in terms of like fighting ability, Crawford is a great fighter. They're both great fighters. I just think that the weight is going to be such an advantage for Canelo because he's always been fighting at 168 too. So yeah, I don't think Terrence Crawford would win that fight. You know what I mean? And it would be such a lose-lose situation for Canelo because he knows if he wins this fight, people are going to say like, well, Terrence Crawford is not in that weight class. But if he loses, nah, his legacy is tarnished. I'm not gonna lie. So it's too risky for Canelo. I don't think he'll take the fight. You know what I mean? But only reason why he would probably take the fight is because of money. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that people are starting to see now that Terrence Crawford is a little too small for Canelo because you know he wasn't really able to hurt Madrimov at 154. So people are saying like, oh, his power is not not there no more. I don't think that's the case. But let me tell you, if he goes to 168, yeah, I don't think Terrence Crawford should do that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fights he could be fighting at those weight classes in right now at 147, 154. You know what I mean? So just please stay in your weight class, Terrence Crawford. I know you want to chase greatness, but I don't know. Shout out to Terrence Crawford. He's still out here doing his thing. Now he has won belts in 4 different weight classes. This guy is greatness. You know what I mean? And he's a great fighter. I really want to see what he does next, but let me tell you, this dude, he's legit. And I personally, in a pound for pound list, I think he's number 1. And I think he is the best fighter in the world right now. Just so versatile, like I said. There's so many things he can do in the ring and everything like that. So he's getting older, but he needs to just keep fighting. Because before this, his last fight was like a year and a half ago or a year ago against Errol Spence Jr. I just want him to be active. You know what I mean? Because in this fight, it doesn't really look like he was hurt like that. So Terrence Crawford coming back in the ring, maybe at the end of the year, I would like to see something like that. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see what he does, you know. But yeah, I really got nothing else to say. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. You know, I'm going to keep trying to put out videos as much as I can. Like I said, I just got back from a trip. So yeah, y'all going to be seeing more videos now. And I hope y'all stay tuned for that. And like I said, if y'all like the videos, please stay tuned. Like, subscribe, all that. I really appreciate it. But other than that, thank y'all so much for clicking on this video. And I'll see you on the next one.